1990. The Currie Cup travels to Natal as they beat the Bulls at Loftus. Tony Watson, the Natal wing, becomes Durban's hero.
Transvaal manne so 'n bietjie paniekerig op die oomblik. Robert de Pre nie heeltemal altyd die regte opsies nie, met veral met hierdie hoë skoppe van hom.
Nasbota, byna aanslaan, pragtig reggemaak. Theo Oosthuizen. Dis Hendrik Creer uit vir Gerbrand Grobler by hom. Dis Gerbrand Grobler, is dit die eerste drie van die wedstryd? Ja! Onder die palle. Hy het hom, hy moet hom kry. Ag, dis vreugde. 'n skitterende beweging. 'n skitterende drie.
Ja, die eerste keer wat hier werklike agtlyn beweging kon dit van Northern Transvaal se kant af en Gerbrand Grobler, die man wat daar die beweging skitterend afrond met 'n binneaangee wat na hom gekom het. Nasbota maak geen fout nie.
Tot dusver het dit gevoel asof dit die slaap van Loftus was. Maar skielik is daar glimlagte.
Robert de Pre wat die bal nou hier in die hande het, dan na Nasbota en hou dop vir Grobler wat pragtig in posisie gaan hardloop. As Creer die bal kry, daar die binne toe aangee na Grobler en Stransky te laat, Noble te laat, hand in die lug, glimlaggende Grobler wat dan agter die pale die bal gaan neersit vir die eerste drie van hierdie wedstryd.
Robert de Pre wag eers. Kry van Nasbota. Hier kom 'n skepskoppoging van hom. Hy's tevrede. Vir die eerste keer in hierdie wedstryd loop Northern Transvaal voor.
Baie goeie beheerde skram hier deur Northern Transvaal en Robert de Pre wat nou nader speel aan die veral aan die skrams. Waar ons gesien het in die eerste helfte het hy 4-5 meter weggehardloop het om vir Straulie die geleentheid te gee om vir hom die bal te gee. Speel hy nou nader en gee vir Nasbota 'n goeie bal terug vir daardie skepskop. Jamison word hier geklop aan die binnekant. Suiwer tussen die bal.
Now what can Natal conjure up here? Stransky trying to make ground. You see how quickly Robert de Pre was across there in cover. He didn't make the tackle. This is Jamison. The long pass from Dick Muir. This is a chance for Tony Watson, his first of the game. And Tony Watson is going to go in. Can you believe this? Natal score! Tony Watson!
Well, just when we were talking about the Northern Transvaal defence being so resolute, yeah, we just see Joel Stransky coming in field. And Natal keeping the ball available. Just watch how quickly Jamison manages to get the ball out to Mew, and down the line it goes. Thompson timing his pass to perfection. Just watch Tony Watson shake out of 2 tackles there and round off that magnificent try for Natal in a very vital stage of the game. Very close in, and Joel Stransky with a kick.
Well, a great roar will go up here because I can promise you there's a lot of Natal support in this ground. And it's at 2 more points. And in fact, Natal have been awarded a penalty from the centre spot. I think it must have been for a late tackle on Tony Watson after he had scored. Well, they're pretty clear from Mr. Vreekberger.
Well, that penalty was given there after Tony Watson had scored that try. He was heavily dumped by one of the Northern Transvaalers, and just look at that lovely slick handling there by the Natal backs. Tony Watson, never a man to give up, and managing to shake out of that tackle, and Gerbrand Grobler too late to get across.
So the wind not as nearly as bad as it was earlier on in terms of Joel Stransky's kick. About 20 minutes ago, he would have been into the teeth of quite a fierce wind, but the flags are down now. And I tell you, he has every ability of kicking this over. 3 points the difference, so if he kicks this over, Northern Transvaal would have to score a goal, a penalty or a drop. It's got the distance, has it the direction, it has the distance, it's over!
1991. Controversy. Transvaal selects the Free State scrum half Stompie Fourie for the final and still succumbs to the Bulls' power.
So lyk die wolke hier op Oorloftes Versveld aan die kom. Dit is warm in Pretoria, hulle sal seker reën verwelkom, maar dit is onwaarskynlik dat dit die wedstryd sal reën. Roe, Botha, kom 'n skepskoppoging van 5 tree binnekant Transvaal se halfgebied en wat maak hierdie ene? Hy vind die goal.
Dis sekerlik waar Noord-Transvaal wil gewees het met rustyd 1 minuut voor die rustydfluitjie blaas en die twee spanne loop kop aan kop. 'n Baie goeie poging deur naas Botha. Daar sien jy dit. Goeie skramwerk deur Noord-Transvaal. 'n Lang uitgee deur Roe. Wat vernaas baie tyd gee om te skop. Na sy regterkant toe beweeg en die bal suiwer deur die paal stuur. Belangrike skepskop.
And a free kick to Transvaal as Northerns took too long to put the ball into the scrum. Now what are they going to do? Stompie Fourie, all the Transvaalers have moved back. That is Jackie Krause going to take a drop. He's moved himself into a position.
Skop hom.
He's got to kick the ball. Stompie Fourie walking back there. Now a chance for Krause. He had all the time in the world. He likes it. He's turned away. It's 3 points to Transvaal. They're back in the lead. Back with the reality now as the Transvaal forwards had a good drive from the kick-off. Northerns get counter-attacks so well. This ball coming to Stompie Fourie now. What will Krause do this time? Martin Knutzer, the little tap ahead, and it's Jannie Claessens, and Jannie Claessens is going to score here. Jannie Claessens with the interception. It was a little tap ahead there that he charged down and managed to control under the uprights.
Botha with a formality of a conversion, make sure of it. But Claessen's in the right place at the right time. Well, the opportunities also haven't presented themselves for Jannie Claessens to be used on the crash ball in the midfield and to feed off with Botha Fourie.
Well taken by Ian MacDonald, who's had a storming game today. Stompie Fourie, can he get over the advantage line? Taken on by Harry Roberts. He gets scragged there. The referee's got his hand up for a head-high tackle. Krause, the referee waiting for advantage, but there is none. Head down, follows through, and he loves it.
Robert de Pre na 'n lang afwesigheid dan terug in die Noord-Transvaal span in die plek van Roe. Pieter, James Small, Westhuizen van hom front toe ry. Adolf Milan met hom uithaal. Johan Nel, Jacques Olivier. Goeie verdediging deur Transvaal. Meyring kan dit nie wegkry nie. De Pre slinger dit agtertoe. Botha aan 'n leë kol. Dion Oosthuizen wat jaag, maar Hendricks is self vinnig. En dan verloor hy dit en Oosthuizen kry dit onder beheer en hier kom 'n drie wat die tuiste van die Currie beker vir 1992 bo alle twyfel kan plaas vir 1991. Dis Johan Leroux. Tuiskare wat nog steeds hulle span aanmoedig. Barabbas Venter. Net binne die kwartgebied van Transvaal. Robert de Pre, Leroux op sy rug. Botha, nog 'n skepskoppoging van hom. Kan nie daar wees nie. En die spelers wat Lana in die lug gooi. En Noord-Transvaal is die Currie beker kampioene vir 1991.
1992. A close one for Natal when Transvaal miss an easy penalty in the last few minutes of the game.
Trying to find Teichmann at the back of the line out. The locks came around very quickly. This is good ball for Natal. Peter Muller gets past his man, and he's got men on the outside. He had to Cabos van der Westhuizen on the outside, and Teichmann is in for the try. You saw MacDonald in again. That's good play by Blakeway. The Natal handling amongst the forwards has been terrific. Platford was the man in possession. Pienaar tried to rob him of it. See the ball coming back a lot more messily that time. Honeyball tried to get it away to Alan Breert, made the tackle on Honeyball. Mio was in very quickly to secure that second phase. Duprier. And now this time it's Atherton on the charge. Breert again makes the knock. 98 of them this season. Everybody thought, of course, that Andre Joubert may well be the Natal fullback, but Rhys Edwards got in when Andre Joubert injured himself and has had a crackerjack season. He kept his head down and he turned away immediately. 3 more points to Natal.
Well, great relief for Natal.
Does a lot of clearing up work at the lineouts, does Luke Muller as well. The lob to McDonald, good catch by him. Rogers was in support very quickly. Lovely hands by Visa, but Barley Swart couldn't gather it. The referee is waiting for advantage. Leroux fools the long ball out to Peter Hendricks. Peter Hendricks is round his man. He gets past Watson. Can he get it out to another player? Yes, the try has been awarded. Well, I must say that Barley Swart, despite the fact that he didn't make the first catch, recovered very quickly and very well to make that ball available for Garthright. It's a much better one. It's a lovely kick. 2 more points for Transvaal. Now there's really a ball game on.
Keeping the ball close to the forwards and not moving it down the line. There, of course, Bartman. He was the man who started off with some tremendous drives for Natal. Atherton with the tap down. Platford cleaning up. Natal just looking like they were going to lose it. And then Dupree, he's tremendously strong on his feet.
Offside.
The Transvaalers unfortunately offside and really undoing what the good that they've just done with that tremendous goal. And the big Natalian contingent, 10,000 people here today, most of them positioned behind the posts on either side. They'll tell the story. Yes, it's over. Just the little tap there from Gary Teichmann, and Rhys Edwards turning into the hero of the Natal side.
You can rest assured that the Transvaalers will fan out and try and counter-attack with running, but it's always, of course, a dangerous ploy. And Rhys Edwards will use all his experience and use up all the time he possibly can. And certainly if he misses, you want to kick it far enough so the ball goes over the dead ball line. This could wrap it up finally for Natal. Has it got the distance? It had the distance, not the direction. Van Rensburg's running with the counter-attack. Muir is up there. He gets it inside to Francois Pienaar. Now Pienaar back inside to Henny Leroux. Still Transvaal running with it now. Fools, he hasn't got anybody to help him. Natal, Peter Muller was up very quickly. Lappies Lappiskakni got it to right. Thompson is swamped by black and white jerseys. Muir was up again quickly. Very difficult to play behind the advantage line like this. And the final whistle has gone.
(1993). Uli Schmidt's final. A try in the dying moments, and it's a sweet revenge for the Vaal after last year's final.
Now they've got Kebbel in support, but it goes to Stransky, Muir, and a good tackle there by Bernard Fourie on Teichmann. Penalty to Natal. Natal's driving. Last couple of minutes for Natal. Stransky keeps his head down, no mistake. Visa to Straydon. Teichmann reads it well again. It was Barley Swart who went very quickly in for Transvaal. Now the long pass there from Bernard Fourie to Yapi Mulder. He's held up by Dick Muir. Quibus Visa got there pretty quickly, and a penalty being awarded to Transvaal. The referee waiting for advantage. This is Schmidt, Strowley, nice hands. Now Gavin Johnson on the charge. Can he find support on the outside? And it pops up into Heinrich Rogers' hands. The referee's still going to give that penalty if Transvaal don't get an advantage. Now Roux trying to find space. Henny Leroux on the charge. He nearly got through under the poles. And then who's this now? Johnson making that. Johnson's right through, and Johnson was bounded over underneath the uprights. So all the points in the game just to two players. Gavin Johnson taking the conversion of his try himself, and that's his easiest kick of the day. And for the first time in the game, would you believe it, Transvaal are 1 point in the lead.
Well, there's been so much talk of this game being a game of opportunities, those that can keep a cool head, and how often do you find space down the middle like that in a Currie Cup final? The Natalians were found wanting.
Stromsky, hy val die voordeellyn aan, tussen die Transvaalse voorspelers in, Natal soek hom. Andre Joubert in 'n losskakelposisie. Weer Gary Tasman, maar die Transvaalers se verdediging, die is rotsvas. Die Burger wag vir voordeel. Van Transvaal straf. Nie heeltemal so akkuraat geskop nie. Johnson was dit net weer andersom. Nou ja, met hierdie een maak hy nie 'n fout nie. Die Natal spelers probeer om hulle vreemde te kenne te gee. 7 minute is gespeel by Pleidoor. Kaptein van Natal, Waal Bartman. McDonald. Johan Roux, wag geen kans in die Kabous van der Westhuizen. Nou ja, die sprong maak het van baie moeilik en Ollie Smit is daar en Ollie Smit gaan die bal in die hande kry en toeval. Vir sy eerste 3 in 'n Curriebeeker eindstryd. So het hy gekom.
Baie goeie goed geplaasde skoppie deur Johan Roux. Kabous van der Westhuizen wat voete gly, effens hy kon nie by die bal kom nie. Ollie Smit alomteenwoordig. Pragtig opgevolg. Die bal spring reg vir hom en hy maak seker van daardie 3.
1994, the highest score ever in a Currie Cup final as Transvaal sets up a new record with 56 points.
Skitter can't collect. Pinar's unable to take. Free kick is given to Transvaal. That's Johan Roux. He always takes them very quickly. That's good play by the Transvaalers. They've scored. Charles Rousseau. Well, full credit there to Johan Roux. He has the...
From the other view coming towards us, and that's Charles Rousseau and his tire and strength getting him over. And what an important score to get the up 5 points to 0 with the kick to come after only 2.5 minutes.
A lovely view from our cameras. Gavin Johnson. He struck that well as Johnson. That's a lovely kick. Ollie Schmidt finds Philip Skitter. Once again, a good take by the lock forward. That's Barley Swart. He loses it. Free State have been dangerous on the turnaround during this season. They did well to take that ball away. Johnson. That's good play by Gavin Johnson. He's a big tall man, but Free State guilty of lacking first-time tackling. There's a chance for Peter Hendricks. Does well to get past the first line of defense, and then of course that ever-present Ollie Schmidt. Hendricks still part of the move. Yapi Mulder inside of Bernard Free. Now can Gavin Johnson do something with us? That's Henny LaRue. Henny LaRue's going to score. Free State take the ball from the line out. This is Herbert. Inside to Kutsia, Herbert again. Setting up second phase. Good driving play by the Free Staters. They've got to keep the momentum going by Yana Ackerman. Kirkham, that's a pass to Andre Quintos. That's driving play from the free kick for Transvaal. Francois Pinard. This is great running by the captain. This is going to be a try for Johan Roux. That's the Transvaal bench. And that's Philip Skitter. LaRue. That's quick running. That's a good move from Transvaal. They've got a chance here. That's Peter Hendricks. Hendricks on the inside. Herbert Pueblo is going to score. And
this is how it all happened. Good pass by Leroux to Mulder. Mulder straight out to Hendricks. He's a big chap. And Grobler backing up very well indeed. Versatile player.
Well, Dougie Heymans has just come along at the right time. He's had his head patched and Narkodrotsky comes back off the field. So that'll push Ollie Leroux back into the hooker position.
And of course, previously they had two specialist loose heads. Now Dougie Heymans back to his tight head position.
Watch Johan Roux get in behind that scrum and just try and get some momentum going. That's good play by the Transvaal side. Rousseau is around there. Can they get over? Can they get over? That's well picked up once again by the Free Staters, but they're offsides.
Penalty try. A decision that we've seen ever so often lately. Not applied too much in South Africa, but the international scene has brought that back to us, and a penalty try for collapsing the scrum.
Die lijnstaande om van daarop te speel om gebiedsvoordeel te probeer verkry nie.
Bram Els onder die bal. Joe Bekes. Transvaalse verdediging hier om die losgemale. Baie stewig. Martens. Herbert. Franco Smit aan die agterlyn. Brendan Venter. Baie goed neergetrek deur François Pinaar. As gevolg daarvan gaan die aangee verlore. Transvaal herstel in die hande van Christian Scholes. Na Gavin Johnson aan die oorkant. Skitterend verdedig deur Brendan Venter. Transvaalse Scholes het dit weer. Baadmors of Helgaard Miller is daar om grond toe te vat. Johan Roux kom Transvaal met hom. Gerbrand Grobler, Gerard Kombrink in die hande van Olie Schmidt, maar Pieter Hendricks. En hier kom sy 3. Dis Jaco Coetzee. Nakadrotsky vind vir Reino Opperman. Ollie Leroux gaan help. Wenty Martens slaan aan, maar dit is meneer Netling met Transvaal straf. Pikskoppie. Kom die Vrystaaters met hom. Nog steeds Wenty Martens in die hande van André Venter. Sy tweede goal van die wedstryd.
Maar hy kan die bal plaas, so daar's geen probleem nie.
Kom die Transvaalers met hom. François Pinaar. Langs die agterlyn af. Gerbrand Grobler. Gavin Johnson. Vlugvoetig, 'n moeilike man om neer te trek, baie bedrieglik. Hierdie keer 2-3 Vrystaaters wat hom keer. Kom Johan Roux met hom, Gerard Kombrink hier in 'n linkerveld posisie. Goed neergetrek na Olie Schmidt en is Olie Schmidt wat hier gaan. Hy kry sy 3.
Naal is in die groot aantal punte wat aangeteken is weerspieël baie goeie vaardighede.
Kom die Vrystaat met hom, Brendan Venter, kom na deur 'n gaping na Helgaard Miller, die verdediging van Transvaal is daar, binnekant toe, dis Nakadrotsky, Joe Bekes, kom Erik Hubbard te kom na Chris Baadmors, en is Baadmors wat doorgaan, Transvaal gee die stryd gewonne, en Chris Baadmors druk sy 72ste 3. 3 deur Chris Baadmors dan, en die doelskop bygevoeg deur Erik Hubbard, 56 punte teenoor 33.